Hello, my name is Octavia Woods, and my group and I will be presenting on overcrowded and euthanasia of animals in Miami-Dade County. The Miami-Dade County Animal Services became an independent entity on October 1st, 2005. Originally, the department was housed by the Dade County Public Safety Department. 90% of funds for Miami-Dade Animal Services are received from donations, private grants, shelter fees, dog license tag sales, while 10% is funded from the county's general operating funds. Have you ever wondered what happens to lost or stray animals after they enter into an animal shelter? Some are adopted to a safe home. Some are often returned to the shelter after adoption, and many of them are not fortunate and have to be euthanized due to the overpopulation of the facility. The Miami-Dade County Commission voted unanimously to pass a no-kill measure, which was very popular with voters last year. But it doesn't mean an immediate end to the killing of healthy, treatable animals.
Hi, my name is Moreau, and I will continue the presentation with the discussion of literature reported about overcrowding and the euthanizing problem across the United States. To begin with, we'll see the difference between open door versus closed door shelters, also known as no-kill shelters. Open door shelters have succeeded in reducing overcrowding by the use of euthanasia. They also create care programs, satellite adoption centers, and market animal adoptions. On the other hand, closed door shelters don't euthanize animals because of limited intake. When the shelters are full, they allow for adoptions and re-begin intake. Euthanizing also occurs in certain closed-door shelters when some animals are deemed undesirable for adoption. As we can see, the euthanizing issue is across both types of shelters. Moving forward, we will understand how privatization has become a trend across animal shelters in the United States. Budgeting-wise, elected officials find it difficult to include a large portion of the budget for animal shelter necessities. So animal shelters turn to public-private partnerships, also known as PPPs. PPPs are not always the best option for handling overcrowding and euthanasia due to the fact that agencies still have to fund projects, which means the costs are high. And they also have to maintain an image about how no euthanasia is used, but there still may be some. On the bright side, PPPs look forward to a high live release rate. A live release rate is the percentage of animals that leave the shelter through adoption, return to the owner, or transfer to a placement partner. The higher the LRR, the live release rate, the lower the euthanization rate. To continue, community involvement is also an important part of the discussion. Volunteerism is considered a necessity for animal shelters. Involvement at county budget meetings with large numbers of citizens voicing their concerns to help the overcrowding and euthanasia issue is very important. Also, financial donations are considered crucial to this topic. Miami-Dade Animal Services is a function of the public sector. The public sector should be particularly responsible for maintaining the results it seeks.
Hello, my name is Rodlyne Estinor, and my portion of the presentation is to discuss why Miami-Dade Animal Service has not sought other option other than euthanization. Well, as Rebecca already mentioned in her portion, there's two actual shelters that Animal Service usually have. It's either open door or closed door. With open door, they allow any animal that comes in, but with closed door, they're limited in their intake. With Miami-Dade Animal Service, it is an open admit shelter, which means they must accept every animal that gets dropped off at this facility. On a daily basis, the animals Animal Service at Miami-Dade usually get 60 to 70 cats and dogs that comes in. So this is the reason why this overpopulation has occurred. They can't stop them from coming, but they're still coming. But there's other options that that the Miami-Dade Animal Service actually do to these animals. They use spaying and neutering the female and male dogs by taking their ovaries and their testicles out. With the Miami-Dade Animal Service policy, there's a 5-day holding period specifically to straying dogs where above 6 months. This gives owners an ability to reclaim their animals if anything, but doesn't apply to cats and owners who surrender their dogs. After the 5 days of entering the shelter, the dogs are automatically become property of the county, and the Animal Service personnel are authorized to euthanize any animal. Usually the euthanize procedures are towards suffering dogs, but lately it has been done to healthy dogs also due to the overpopulation. The euthanized statistics in 2011, you can see that majority was dogs that came into the facility, but the euthanize procedure has been done to cats mostly. Secondly, it would be the kittens, then it would be dogs and puppies.
Hi, my name is Mayra Perez, and I will be talking about different recommendations that we have put together that will help Miami-Dade Animal Shelter become a no-kill shelter. In 2012, the U.S. Census Bureau estimated that there is 2,591,300 residents in Miami-Dade County. Out of these 2 million, you have to take into consideration that at least each house has 1 or 2 pets. But Miami-Dade County does not allow more than 4 pets per household. Due to this, many residents fail to register their pets to avoid additional county fees. But this decision comes with consequences, because if the pet happens to get lost or run away and is brought or picked up by the county, there would be no way to identify who is the owner. Unfortunately, if a dog or cat is too old, ill, the breed is banned like pit bulls are in Miami-Dade County, or is not adopted within time, the animal will be euthanized due to the lack of space, manpower, and supply shortage. To avoid this, we have a set of recommendations that we believe will help Miami-Dade Animal Services become a no-kill shelter. To begin, we believe Miami-Dade Animal Services needs to market themselves and should focus on gaining the attention of today's youth. In Miami-Dade public schools, it is required for students to complete a community service project. If Miami-Dade Animal Shelter creates a partnership with Miami-Dade Public Schools, this could really help with a lack of volunteers and bring more attention to Miami-Dade Animal Services. Next, Miami-Dade Animal Services should set up meet and greet orientations. And these orientations in the high schools, they can inform how the animals will benefit by volunteering and what opportunities they could have by participating and volunteering in the Miami-Dade Animal Shelter. Secondly, Miami-Dade Animal Shelter should begin participating in local events, such as Art Basel, the Youth Fair, and the Wine Festival, just to mention some. By participating in these events, they can inform the public about the plans, goals, and areas of needs that they have in the shelter. Also, this could also help with the amount of donations that they receive every year. Lastly, Miami-Dade Animal Services needs to expand. Unfortunately, there is only one animal shelter for the entire Miami-Dade County, which is located in Northwest 74th Street. If Miami-Dade Animal Services follows through with our first 2 recommendations, this could really help with their funding and should help the process of expansion. Some of the locations that we believe that need animal shelters would be areas such as Homestead, Kendall, and Miami Beach. Also, a lot of residents don't know about the different services the Miami-Dade Animal Service Shelter provides, such as lost and found, microchip, rabies and vaccinations, and you could also surrender your pet to the shelter. To conclude, it's time for a change. Let's make Miami-Dade County Animal Services a no-kill county shelter. Thank you.